then I can approach my God and I say, dear God, I need you to help me with this, that, or the other thing. And then I listen. He will answer. And he might say, okay, what else do you need? Because maybe what I ask is not really what I need to receive right now. It might be something else that God will give me. I might ask for something and God says, yes, that's good, but what about this other thing that you really need, which I don't even understand? So I have to give God the chance to answer me according to His will.
أو قانا يعني كلها كانت معها بركات مثلا يعني فعلا إنه إذا بس ما يعني بدرجة كيف بيقولنا بركة من البركات دي تكشف كلها داخل ده مجموعة كلها أي عدنانا وقم مرجانا وقم متيانا كلها أي بس على عجبونا الدار دي عجبونا مو عجبونا ناخذ طلبوا مني كم عجبونا يا مرة لا عجبونا.
I remember once Sister Carmelina was talking to me and she said, I tell God to do whatever He wants with my body, whatever was left of it, as long as He gives me the strength to say yes.
عجبوني يعني عيني وجع ولا بطلع عجبوني يعني يا ولا بعد من أول صليوة يحوجنا يعني شو حطوا كاميرا عيني صليوة كبيرة يقول بس يا ريت الحقوق كلها اللي عنده صليوة تكمل مني.
That's important. Did you repeat that? Do whatever you want with my body. Okay. But give me the strength to say yes. If we could pray that way and mean it, everything we ask will be given to us. So, He comes first, I come second. His will is first. My will, my desire, my request is second. So that's God's will. It's very important. God's will first. Then pray. Okay, so we pray. We ask. We can ask for anything. But at the end, we keep repeating, your will be done, not mine. We go back to square one. Okay. Now, let's move on to one more thing. Suffering. Suffering in itself is not good. Everybody should understand that. Some people might be confused. They say, if God is so good, why does He make me suffer? People might say that. If you go to the Bible, you will read there in St. John's Gospel, the 8th chapter, it's explained, suffering, death came from sin, from Satan. Satan is the cause of suffering, the cause of death. But God uses it as He used it with Jesus. Why did Jesus suffer on the cross? He had done nothing wrong. He's God. Why did He suffer? That's the mystery. That God uses suffering to defeat the enemy in His own game.
سلطانة وعدا فأهم مشيحة ولا الصيغة أما بعد ثمان خطيات دي سامحني دفع قصة من ثمان خطيات يعني أنا لا تدعوني بس أنا قد استعملها أو من تخير يعني أي خطية خيرة يعني قمت نخنا وأنا كمساعد لهم خلناه الخاطر يقولنا نخيرة الشباب الحمد.
There is no one who is living today who is free from sin. So all of us are sinners. Even the little child over there, or there is one that is smaller than he is. Okay? We are born, and I use this expression, you can repeat it, we are born, as it were, with an infection. We carry the infection of sin from the very moment we are conceived, because our forefathers were conceived in the same way from Adam and Eve. So the whole thing began with Adam and Eve, and everybody who comes after that carries the bug, I say, carries the infection. The only thing we can do is to look at Jesus, look at his suffering, and say, okay, why are you suffering? And the answer is, I am paying the price you could not pay for the damage you have done by suffering, by sinning. Okay? If we understand it that way, then whatever condition we are going through, whatever problem we are facing, if we unite it with what Jesus did on the cross, there is hope for us. And there is redemption. Now, why would I be able to say that? Jesus said it before I did. He said, pick up your cross and follow me. That's it. Take the suffering that you are going through, unite it, follow me, unite it with mine, and the two of us, Jesus and us, will use that suffering for our good. Okay. Now, if you have been following what I've said, you say, okay, I'm going to do that. And if we do that, that means that we might have to change our lives. We cannot ask God to do something for us if we are not with Him. In other words, if I don't live my life as a Christian, how can I go to God and say, please help me, I need your help? So then, okay, I was going to continue. So then, I look at myself and I say, is there something in my life that God is not happy about? In other words, am I living a sinful life? If I am living a sinful life, how can I ask God to be merciful to me and to listen to me? That is very, very important, okay? To be able to understand that we need to look inside and see if we are doing things or saying things or not doing things that we should be doing that are not according to the will of God.
لازم نفرق القواعد جدا، قواعد خاصة وهذا عجبونك مرة وهذا عجبونك كبيرة كلنا نحن عجبونا نقدر أشوف خشوع يعني كلنا إنسان يكون وقوي عليها فلازم كبيرة دائما خير قواعد يعني تبدأ أخي مهي وهذا عجبون مرة وهذا عجبونك.
Am I a kind person?
أنا إنسان متواضع.
Am I able to forgive the people who hurt me? Am I able to help somebody in need? Am I a person of peace? Am I gossiping about other people? If I'm doing these things that are not good and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, then am I following God? The answer is no. Now, if Sister Carmelina were alive, that's what she would tell us. Many people went to see her when she was alive in the hospital, and they would ask her to pray for them. And she would say, yes, I will pray for you, but you also must pray. Sometimes we might have the idea, okay, I'm going to go in front of a saint, Saint Francis, Saint Pio, Saint John, Saint Paul, Saint Peter, and please help me. I pray to him without really being a friend of God. How can they answer us if we're not a friend of God?
يعني احنا من مرات خاطر من صوت صالح من كل بنت تزحنيها لا وقت كبيرة قريب ولا لها يعني قريب ولا لها صوت يعني علاقة بين برناشة ولا تشكي يا خويك تشكي يا شيخ انت اخذتهم كلها خويكم صلياني وكيدوتهم من صوت ثلاثة متعلقوتهم بدمها مو بتخص بغداد متعلقوتهم بها يعني عشان لهم لها.
One more thing and then we go to Mass, okay? Do you remember when Jesus was presented with a woman who was caught in the very act of adultery, the gospel says? What did Jesus do? He did not condemn her, but he said, go and do not do this sin again. That's the point. Change. We need to change our lives if we want to be a friend of God. So Jesus forgave the woman, but he didn't say, okay, it's all right, don't worry about it. You know, don't worry, I'll take care of it. He didn't say that. He said, you are forgiven. Neither will I condemn you. No, I won't condemn you. But now go and don't do this mistake again. Okay. So if we could get this idea in our heads and say, okay, so here I am a Theophily. I want to listen to what God is talking about in my life, and I want to change. Just say that. Now, in conclusion, okay, I'm not sure what Bernadette, is saying. So I hope she is giving you.
You are here, you can ask God to do something, like change.
Right.
You need change.
But because I'm going to mention something now that I would really want you to do, okay? Mentally, you might say to me, but Father, you do not understand. I cannot change. My situation is so difficult. I cannot, I'm trapped. I am on the cross. Okay? You might say that. Okay, I say, even if it is that serious, say it in your mind, in your heart. I want to change.
يعني اكيد محكوم من الالم امرته بس انا لازم غير يعني كبيره من مشاكلتي او فلان شخص او خياري كذا محكوم لما يعني غيره خليني بخايدي بس اخذوا النوم سوق بين الامور بعمق لباكم اطلبوا من انا تشينج كبيره ضروري بخايدي يعني بروتين باري ملل باري بيوتر باري يعني لا تكره بصيخ خايدي مثل اخني وقت انا لا تروح حتى بصيخ بس تشينج طال الخاي جديد يعني تشينج خاي خاطب احلامي.
Just say it. I want to change.
كلهم بملوك له خلال راسه شقة قربانة هي فلان أبنت القربانة دي ياخذ ونيت معها خميندي تشينج خايف ياخذ تشينج بيلاخذ كبيرة تبغى زي معاناة الدواء على المقدير عليه.
I promise you, God will do it.
Amen.
Yes, He will do it. We can. He will.
Amen.
Okay? Good. We go to the chapel and we go to Mass. Okay? And then after that, we have lunch. And after that, we see how much time we have. Andiamo.